I mean, it was pretty simple. They beat us in every way possible. You got to give Coach Reed, his staff, and his players a lot of credit. He had them all ready to play. Then I had our guys ready to go. They executed better. They played with more focus, especially early in the game. They came in with a purpose. I didn't have our guys doing that, and because of that, we fell behind and could never recover. They're a good team. It was clear watching them on film over the last few games they played. They've been playing well, and we let them get going. And it's not something you're going to catch at that point. I thought you got to give our guys credit. When they got down 24-25, they fought back and got it to manageable at halftime. Came out with some energy. Got, I think, to 10 or 11 a couple of times, but I think it's a good team. If you're down 20-some points, it's awfully hard to come back. We dug ourselves just too big of a hole. But give them credit. They came in and played really well like they've been doing. They were prepared, and they went after us. I don't know if you can just point to one thing. I think that there were a combination of a lot of things going. I thought we pressed a little bit when it wasn't going our way. I thought we did some things. We made some errors defensively. Clearly, we didn't understand what we were trying to do because we gave up some shots we shouldn't have been giving up, and we didn't respond great when it didn't go our way, and we dug the hole and couldn't get out of it. But I mean, it was a combination of we certainly turned it over. We made some mistakes at both ends of the floor, and they made us pay for them. When they were open, it went in. They did a good job. They were well prepared, and they played well. No, like I said, they have a good team. I've been saying leading up to the game that they're very talented. They've got a lot of ways like we do. They've got a guy you can throw in the post and score. They've got guys you can put on the floor, and they all can make shots around them. So it's a challenge. You got to be locked in. You got to be disciplined defensively, and we weren't for the most part tonight. There were a few times we did a good job, but we were hunting for different ways, trying some different things because we were making some mistakes. So clearly we didn't understand what was going on and what we're supposed to be doing. And that again, it's back to me. I got to do a better job of drilling it and getting us to understand what we're trying to do in those situations. I mean, we typically are going to play at least 10 guys every game with the way we want to play, with pushing in the effort we want to give defensively. It's hard to play more than 4 or 5 minutes at a time. Honestly, most of the time when guys come out, they're telling us they need a break. But we went deeper again. We had I think Nana got 2 fouls and DJ got 2 fouls, and so we had some foul issues that caused us to have to go a little bit deeper than we typically would. But I think you saw like Obi came in and played really well. He gave us a lot. He gave us a big lift at the end of the half. He's a good player. We've got guys that can do a lot of things. I trust them, no matter who it is, to come in and help us win. And it's part of our advantage is that we do have depth. Our bench is going to be able to score points. We got to do a better job all around of doing a lot of things, obviously better than today. But I feel confident all 14 guys going out. They've all contributed at some point to a win here or there throughout the year. Well, he's very quick. He does a good job. He's low to the ground. Does a good job of using the ball screens. A lot of ball screens. Does a good job of doing that. And then he didn't necessarily just settle for some things at times. We ended up in some switches where he had some bigger guys on him. He didn't just settle for quick 20-footers. He tested them and got them on their heels and was able to get 15, 16-foot looks, which he's really good at. He played well. He did. He's a good player. It's the reason why he was Rookie of the Year in the league last year. He's a good player. I think anytime, and I know we have a good team. I know they have a good team. I think anytime you have 2 good teams going at you and someone falls behind by 20 points, it's a lot of different things. It's not being efficient offensively and getting good shots. It's not doing a good job defensively and what you're trying to do and executing the game plan. It's pressing. I mean, there's a whole lot of things that goes into that to get it to that situation. We're not happy about it. We split with them. We're going to have to play 5 more games this year, starting with Colgate before we get in the tournament. Going in is still about winning the tournament. We're not where we need to be yet. I've been saying that for a long time, but we're excited. We're still sitting in first. We're happy about that. But again, we got work to do. There's plenty of areas that we can get better at. I said it after we beat Army. There's plenty of areas that you see out there that we got to get better at, and we'll continue to improve. It didn't go well for us today. I don't like it, but it's the way it goes sometimes. I don't think it's any different than any other game, whether you won or lost. I mean, something we pride ourselves on is it's one game at a time. Whether we win by 25, 30, or lose by 20, it doesn't really make a difference. There's stuff you can learn in both situations. I'd rather be sitting here having won by 20 and trying to teach it that way than this way, but that's the way it goes. There's a lot of things we can control that we didn't do well tonight, and they made us pay every time we made a mistake at both ends. I mean, you got to give them a lot of credit. They played well. Probably part of why we didn't play well is because they played well.